why Fix TF2 hasn't worked and why it won't work in its current state, but why it possibly could work. So the idea behind Fix TF2 is the same idea as behind Save TF2, which is basically let's get a lot of publicity on TF2 and how poorly this game that is a top game on Steam is being treated by the very game company that owns Steam. Now, that said, we've tried this before, and last time we know it reached Valve because they did that little Twitter post. But then what happened? They made a couple changes that were helpful against the bots, like the vote kicking changes and things like that were helpful against the bots. But those were all band-aid fixes in a gaping knife wound. Now, here's the problem. We've already tried this before, and we know that this does not solve our issue. So trying it again, we're being a little bit insane here, all right? I'm not behind the idea of let's try and force some change. I'm against the idea of sign my petition and that will make everything better. Here's the actual way that we should try to force some change here. A boycott would be very, very helpful. Now, that said, I know there are some people against a boycott because I think Valve will just go ahead and shut the game down because the server costs are so high. Server costs are really not that high, guys. Game companies love to push that server costs are immensely high and all that jazz. The real thing that eats up money is developer time, and there is no developer time on Team Fortress 2. So realistically, it'd be pretty difficult for the game to not make them money. So if we boycotted it, even just the people who were still around buying items would make it profitable for them. They might decide to put one developer on it though, and that might be all we need to fix the bot situation. I will also say CS2 is also encountering a huge cheater problem that has not been fixed for a long time. My belief behind this is that Valve is probably working on the first actually good AI anti-cheat, which would realistically improve itself over time and beat the cheaters out without people having to manually put in new ways to beat the cheaters, and it should be able to figure it out on its own. I don't know how realistic it is though at this point in time for that AI anti-cheat to come out. How many years are they going to need to cook that for that to work? What do they need to do in the meantime for them to get ahead of these issues and keep these games alive? Because CS2 is hurting badly from the cheaters. Team Fortress 2 is beyond hurting badly from the cheaters. I think this is the closest the game has come to quote-unquote death, which by the way, the cheaters will never kill Team Fortress 2. It's just hurting it a lot. But what do you guys think? What should be done here? I'm personally in favor of a boycott. Maybe you guys have a different suggestion though. Let me know down in the comments below.